Hello, my name is Father Tom Santa, a Redemptorist priest. I'm the director of Scrupulous Anonymous, and I'm also the director of Managing Scrupulosity. I'd like to spend just a few minutes with you talking about why the Redemptorists are dedicated to the ministry of working with scrupulous people. The main reason is because of our founder, St. Alphonsus Liguori, who left us with the charism of believing that there is plentiful redemption for all people. Alphonsus challenged us to see in every single person that we encounter the presence of God. Not as a project, not as something that needs to be fixed, not as something that needs to be corrected, but the presence of God that needs to be celebrated. And as Redemptorists, that's what we try to do. We try very hard to celebrate God's presence in everyone's life. The reason why Redemptorists have a special call to work with scrupulous people is because so very, very often they do not believe that they are loved by God. They can be very talented. They can be very wealthy. They can have success in all different forms of their life. But in the quiet, in the moment when they're by themselves, thinking about their life or contemplating their relationship with God, they're convinced that they are damned. They're convinced that they displease God. They're convinced that the voice, the impulsive thoughts, the rituals and behaviors that they engage in are all demanded by God. What they experience is that they can never do it correctly. The disorder is so cruel that it deprives them not only of the belief and the lived reality of who they are as children of God, but it deprives them of living a joyful life. Often they're upset, anxious, worried, filled with shame, filled with guilt. And it's not something that lasts just for a few days. It's there every single moment. In response to this lived reality and to the fact that so many scrupulous people, if not the majority of scrupulous people, are never pastorally comforted, directed, or helped, not because they're not lovable, but frankly because no one or very few people are trained to understand what is actually going on. And some people, unfortunately, not only are not trained correctly, they have the false idea from the very beginning about what's going on. And this is disastrous. You cannot help someone unless you really know what's going on. You cannot help someone if you yourself have not suffered. You cannot help someone if you don't understand what empathy means. You cannot help someone if you don't understand what it means to be generous or compassionate or loving. In each of these characteristics, God's grace is made manifest. And each of these graces are offered to God's people in all times and in all places. Our monthly newsletter, Scrupulous Anonymous, which can be acquired for free just by writing to scrupulousanonymous.com, is one place, one resource that has been a great help for scrupulous people for 65 years. A newer resource is Managing Scrupulosity, managingscrupulosity.com. In managingscrupulosity.com, the opportunity to see videos like this that talk about the scrupulous condition are present. But there's also the opportunity to make an appointment with a trained spiritual director who understands scrupulosity and will help you learn how to manage it. The need is tremendous. The response is almost overwhelming. But we will continue as long as we can to provide this service and to do so with grateful hearts, a generous spirit, and the joy of the gospel, which St. Alphonsus has taught us. So please, visit us at managingscrupulosity.com. Write to us at scrupulousanonymous.org, or just remember us in your thoughts and your prayers. God bless you.